It's the printout of some conversation, I think, between Flora of Caps or something and somebody else. Is that part of what you wanted us to see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then, what else? I think that's about it. Now,
actually, there's more.
we need those more. You know, the problem is that we need everything that you have so that you can be able to.
We gave them the copy.
You.
I think I gave you all the copies. Should be more.
Kilimo, we can give you leave to go and make sure you get all the copies for us, even as we proceed. But we would not like to waste any more time. I've asked the secretaries to share with us electronically the copies that probably you sent to her, and we will be able to refer to them from our phones. So, honourable members, please, you can visit when he refers to a specific document, and you would have hoped to get about documents so that you refer to Annex this. And also your statement, we would have liked to have your statement. Are you making a statement or making a verbal presentation?
I'll respond briefly. We sincerely apologize for that mishap.
Who has given you the authority, the okay to respond?
I'm seeking that authority. Kindly.
We will deal with that. The client who is on oath, you can only consult him in answering a question. When you go to court, you can effectively respond. I hope that you understand that procedure. That's how we are going to do business here. We're not going to allow you to start arguing things out here. He is the one we invited. He has to answer the questions. When you go to court, you can do your business there. Okay, Mr. Kariuki, we were following up something. Oh, yeah. Do you have a written presentation to us?
Oh, Chair, I don't have.
So we rely on your...
I think I can explain why I don't have.
Okay, please go ahead.
Oh, I've been in the hospital for the last 1 week because I was racing at WRC. And I was in the hospital, and from there I went to the DCI. So I didn't get time until yesterday. Yesterday I left at DCI around 6 in the evening, and I had to come here today.
Very well, but our letter was written on 22nd of March. Are you saying that you did not receive our letter before last week?
I was in the hospital from that time.
22nd of March is about 3 weeks back.
Oh,
it's more than 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I was in WRC, and from there I went straight to the hospital. From there,
what is WRC?
I was in Safari, so from there I went to the hospital. I was admitted for a week.
No. Are you alone in that company?
Yes.
So you could not have delegated the responsibility to anyone?
I don't have anyone at the moment at the company.
You work all alone?
For now. Used to have more people, but for now, been working by myself.
You laid them off, or?
Yes, we did.
You told them to take leave of absence?
Yes, we told them.
Any reasons?
The reason why, because we were stopped by cabs selling the fertilizer, and that's why I told them to take leave.
Well, though not convincing, you shall take it for the time being so that you can make progress.
Okay. Thank you.
Now, may you proceed? We shall listen to you. There's a piece of paper I was writing. There's a piece of paper I was writing.
Chair, can I start?
A set of questions to respond to.
Okay.
Do I need to refresh your memory?
Sure.
We wanted to see a copy of the permit that the purpose of this meeting that you are called for is to interrogate the circulation that led to the distribution of GPC plus original fertilizer that is in the country through the National Cereals and Produce Board, despite the fact that it has been found to be substandard by the Kenya Bureau of Standards, the company is expected to give details and an account of events from company registration and objectives, venture and motive for the fertilizer production. In addition to the above, the committee requests that the company to provide the following information: a copy of the permit to use the standardization mark. Have you provided that?
Yes, I have.
The permit to use the standardization mark?
Yes, I have.
Okay, we shall look at it. A copy of this scheme for supervision and control. So certification agreement signed between the Kenya Bureau of Standards and the company.
Yes, I have. It's there.
A copy of the contract signed between the company and NCPB for distribution of the fertilizer.
It's there.
A copy of the company's CR12.
It's there.
And I hope you can confirm this, please. The total number of bags or amount of fertilizer manufactured and supplied into the market.
Yes.
So, have you given us this?
Yes,
Is it
I
in
did.
form of a report or in form of? Have you written it to us?
No, I didn't write to you. What I did, I sent a mail. I've already sent a mail to clarify whatever, Chair, you're saying. I did
So
write an
does
email.
that mail have the quantities of the fertilizer produced?
Yes, it does.
Over the years, isn't it?
Yes, it does.
And then the quantity of GPC plus original fertilizer that you have distributed,
Yes,
the cost of each bag,
it does.
and finally chemical composition of the GPC plus original fertilizer.
Yes, it does.
Okay, so we were expecting you to submit electronic copies of your report. You see, what we expect from you is actually a report that we shall go through as it highlights on these annexes,
Sure.
on these documents that you have also, accompanied.
Sure.
So in the absence of a report, you want us to proceed verbally?
I think Chair have explained why. Maybe we can take another day if it's possible, so I can do the report.
I need to consult my members on that. Mr. Kariuki, I would like you to know that Parliament is a house of records, and all our conversations are recorded, our voice recorded. That is why we asked all your colleagues or people who have accompanied you in their respective capacities to introduce themselves, because the hand is on. So anything you say in this room cannot be changed, because it will be on record. The record will be electronic, and we do not want to hear issues of server and others, because we would like you to confirm right from the beginning that the record of the Hansard of the Parliament is a credible record that can be produced anywhere. I'd like you to confirm that, because your document will be signed by you, And you can basically, we can rely on the pagination of your document and the content of every page. In the absence of a report, that probably would expect you to change sign on every page. Are you committing yourself to the record of the Hansard that is going on right now until the end of this meeting?
Oh, Chair.
Proceed.
I was kindly asking if I can get another day so I can put everything together. That's what we are thinking. Maybe for the interest of you to understand what I've been doing and to follow up where I started and where I am.
Mr. Kariuki, we sympathize with the fact that you have been unwell. And no one knows, all of us could be unwell even tomorrow or the day after, or could be well. We pray that we are all well. What's the guarantee that when you give you time and the time extension, that we will be sure of meeting you on the date and time with a comprehensive report? What guarantees do you have?
I can guarantee you that, and that's why I need sometimes to do it, so that I can bring comprehensive report to you.
Mr. Kariuki, you realize the kind of situation Kenyan farmers are in and all the stakeholders in the agricultural sector. This topic is extremely emotive when it comes to our mainstay of the economy. And you realize that everybody would have liked this meeting to continue to its conclusion. Therefore, we are time constrained. We would like to propose that we have this meeting on Thursday morning. Is that time enough for you?
Oh, that's the morning we attend in Senate. We have a Senate meeting. We have been called by Senate on Thursday morning.
Mr. Kariuki, the consensus around the table is that we proceed based on the fact that these conversations are voice recorded. And if anyone is in doubt, then they would like them to convince us why they will not proceed with the voice recorded conversation. Answered is not changed by anyone. Answered is a permanent record. Secondly, we are time constrained in the sense that we have a specific timeline when we should deliver an activity as a committee. If we go to next week, that time will have elapsed. Friday is not a working day for these members because they already have planned activities, and you have indicated that you are meeting Senate on Thursday. There is no substitution between National Assembly and Senate. We are separate. We are two houses in one. Whatever they do is quite independent of what we do. Again, the oversight roles are very clear in the Constitution, and the role of Senate and the role of National Assembly is very, very clear. So whatever information they will get from you will be for specific use as per the constitutional provisions. The information you get from you will be for use as per the constitutional provision in view of the National Assembly. So my members believe that because we have documents here which we would like to interrogate, and we are ready and willing to do that, we could proceed with your verbal report. If there is anything that we will need from you thereafter, we shall formally address you, and then you will be able to respond to our requests for more information or for further clarifications. Is that okay with you? Ready when you are, sir?
I think, Chair, I'm ready to proceed.
Very well. So we will listen to you.
Sure.
And then we shall ask you questions.
Okay.
You may, I would like my clerk to be seated, because we don't want anything missed out. So Doreen, can you sit down? Doreen, you need to sit down so that we can proceed. Okay, you are at liberty to proceed. Thank you very much.
Okay. My name is Josiah Karimani Kariuki, and I'm the sole director of SBL and 51 Capital. And I started the business in 2022.
Call that company SBL?
SBL Innovate Manufacturers.
SBL Innovate Manufacturers?
Yes.
Okay.
And 51 Capital, Kenya Limited.
You're also the...
Yes.
You're also the sole proprietor of
Yes.
51 Capital?
Actually, it's a limited company, but I'm the only director on both companies.
The 51...
Yes.
51 Capital... There's something African in it. Okay. Kenya Limited?
Yes.
Something else. So you are the sole director of these two companies?
Yes, I am.
I think you will allow us to keep on confirming this information.
Yes.
When was SBL Innovate registered?
22 August 2022.
22nd of August.
Yes, 22nd of August.
2022. And 51 Capital Kenya Limited.
6th of February, Feb 2020.
2020. And you are even then, you could register alone,
Yes.
limited company.
Yes, you could.
When was the provision to register? When did the law change? When did the law change? Okay, proceed.
And from there, I was interested as a business person to venture into fertilizer, making fertilizer. And that's why I approached African diatomite. Because before that, I was doing farming. I was doing farming in Laikipia. I had my own farm in Laikipia at least. So I was interested with farming. And that's how I got into the fertilizer business.
So you are saying that your experiences in farming
Yes,
led you to fertilizer manufacture,
sure.
and you approached African diatomite.
Yes, I did.
What made you approach African diatomite? Did they have the specific fertilizer you needed? Or
Yes. Before that, I'd approached them as a farmer, and they told me they had a good product, which was silica-based.
African diatomite?
Yes, yes. They had a silica-based.
Silica?
Yes.
Retainers?
S-I-L-I-C-A.
Silica?
Yes.
From silicon?
And I did trials in my own farm. I did the trials in my own farm. And because it was in Laikipia, it's a dry place in Laikipia, that's where I was farming. It's called Romuruti. It did well.
So were you looking for a dryland fertilizer or a marginal rainfall area fertilizer?
Marginal. It was marginal. It could work on a drought resistant and still work on any other places.
Fertilizer works on drought resistant in terms of?
What it does...
What I know from my background
Sure.
is that there is no fertilizer that has been invented or produced by anyone which can improve the resistance of a crop. Do you have scientific evidence to provide that?
I think it's on Google. We can Google that. It's already there. And it says, because of the moisture content on it.
Excuse me. I asked, do you have scientific evidence to put before us that will prove that this particular fertilizer can miraculously improve on the drought resistance of the crops?
I can provide that.
We need to see that.
Yeah.
So which crops does it, whose resistance does it improve? Which crop, which category of crop?
All the crops. All the crops. What it
tea
does,
and coffee, including solanaceas, including the avicia, including everything? All crops?
what it does, it have enough moisture on it. And that's what improves the drought resistance. The moisture on silica improves the resistance of the crop.
You are saying silica has moisture?
Yes, it does.
How is it packaged?
Chair, I don't.
How is the packaging material?
The package we do a nylon inside so that it doesn't lose the moisture. If you check the bags, our bags, they are laminated. All our bags, they are all laminated so that it doesn't lose the moisture content on it. So
one of the components is moisture.
yes,
What is the
Chair.
percentage of moisture in your compound, in your fertilizer?
It's 15. I think I can check. It's there.
15%.
Yes. That's what I got from KEBS. The result from KEBS, you have them. Should be 15.
I refer members to the document from KEBS.
Yeah, can refer from the document from KEBS.
On the composition of that fertilizer, do you have that document?
Yes, I have it here. See, laboratory test report.
Laboratory test report. This
Yes.
is called what? What's the ending of that document?
Just a laboratory test report, and have KEBS.
Do you have that?
Yeah, I can show you.
Can somebody?
It's a sheet. It's a one sheet. It's here.
Laboratory test reports. It's calibration. Very angry minutes. You can put important details. I'm just looking at 15% moisture content, and I'm looking at a drying grain of maize. We say we dry maize up to 13% of moisture content, so it's just like around the same region. It's only 2%. From dry, you can't store maize because maize is living, is alive. It's alive. The maize seed is alive. That's why you plant it and it grows. So for you to have it dry enough for storage is around 13%. So are you talking of 15%, which is related to 13%?
What we did, we did a test. We did the test, through our farm. We did the demo through our farm, and we found out that throughout, when we were farming and when we applied the fertilizer, throughout it was always wet. That's what the findings we did.
Proceed. Go on.
From there, what I did, I approached the Atomite that I said, and I told them maybe we can do business. There's an opportunity of business where I can sell the Silka booster now. And we agreed when we started, we can do it together. We can start the business together, and that's what we did. And where I started in Eldoret. I was at the showground. That's where I started. We started in Eldoret showground.
When was that?
It was in 2022, beginning of March. And remember, it was on around 3rd of March. And from there, should I proceed? Okay, Chair. And from there, when I approached them, the farmers were so excited about the product. And I thought maybe I can approach National Cereal Board because I didn't have shops to sell, so that I can sell through their depots. And that's what I did. So I approached National Cereal Board and I told them what I had. I gave them all the information, what I had, and what I've done with the farmers.
When was the first time you went to the National Cereals and Produce Board?
On 20th of March, around there.
20th of March,
Yeah.
which year?
2022.
2022.
Yeah.
So you spoke to them to
Yes.
distribute your product?
Yes.
What did they demand from you?
They demanded to see the product. I gave them the product itself. And actually, when I gave them the product, I gave them some samples to do the sampling themselves. And from that, I got the KEBS certificate from the Atomite. By then, I didn't have mine. I was using the Atomite.
Let's try to get that correctly.
Sure.
You said that you approached KEBS you approached NCPB on 20th of March 2022.
Yes.
And they requested you to give them the product.
Yes.
They also requested you to give them what?
the CAPE certificate if I had any. And I provided them.
Any?
Yes.
Now, did you have a CAPE certificate then?
By then I was using diatomite because I had a contract with them.
Using diatomite?
Diatomite. I was using diatomite.
How do you use somebody's certificate to market your product?
By then,
is that okay in law? Is that correct in law?
When you look at the bags, when I started, it was manufactured by diatomite. The bag itself, it says manufactured by diatomite. It didn't say SBL or 51 Capital. It says diatomite. That's what it said.
So diatomite means the product diatomite,
yes, it? Yes. So silica. They used to make silica. And I have a contract with them. I had a contract with them for distribution. I think you can find it there. I have a contract with them.
Now, diatomite we are talking about is the one mined around Lake Lemetaita?
No. The one we have is mined in Soisam. Huh? It's mined in near Nakuru. It's not the same where they get diatomite. Outside diatomite, they say Okariandus. There's somewhere else in Daramea, they own a farm. And that's where they are getting it from. So it's not the one in Kariandus. There's a special material they used to get.
But the one at Kariandus is also diatomite.
It's different because they have two different things. They have for...
if I may check the meaning of diatomite,
sure.
I will probably make better progress. Now, what I find straight away is that the country's Rift Valley region is particularly abundant in diatomite, with a deposit found around such areas as Kariandusi,
yes,
Gilgil, and Kokitoin. Now, does the place that you are describing, does it have any of those names?
No. The place
So, which is this special diatomite? Which one is it? Because you look at the what is the diatomite used for? First of all, where else is diatomite found? They are not mentioning where you are trying to describe.
Yes. Secondly,
we are talking of what volumes? How much of this product have you sold for the last 2 years?
In National Cereal Board, I've done about, you're talking about 100,000 bags?
Metric tons or bags?
Bags. I'm talking about bags. Because they used to pack them in bags. That was the job of the diatomite. The contract says my job was to do advertisement, and their job was to mine and package on my behalf. You have the contract there.
So far you have sold, is it 100,000? Can you be specific on the amount that you have sold?
It's not more than 110,000. Can be specific, around 110,000.
You know, really, you are the man who has been selling this through the produce board. You know how many bags you've sold. You can't miss a 25-kilogram bag of something.
I think, Chair, can this maybe National Cereal Board have not told you about it? I used to give extra bags. I've given extra bags more than 20,000 to farmers for free when I was doing demos. So any farmer used to go and buy anything from Cereal Board, used to get, as long as you buy more than 2 bags, you used to get an extra bag for free.
So, do you have a copy of the certificate from the African diatomite that you are using?
Yes, I do. It's there.
Is it part of what you have given us?
Yes, sir. Yes, it's there.
See that one. So as you distributed this product through you said you were selling under the umbrella.
Yes.
The African diatomite.
Yes.
Were they selling it also for crop production?
Yes, they were.
They were selling
Yes.
diatomite for crop
Yes.
production?
Yes, they were. And that's why I approached them, and they took me through. There's a methodology there.
Now, you find African diatomite selling diatomite, and you also want to go to their mining, to mine their ground and sell. And you are a competitor in the same product, isn't it?
No.
How is that relationship?
No,
explained?
the relationship was the contract, as per the contract you have there. For me, I was supposed to do the distribution on their behalf. It is there. Mm-hmm. And for them, they were supposed to do the mining. So we had a contract between us.
So they were to do the mining?
Yes.
And possibly even bagging?
Yes.
And then you were to sell?
Yes.
Now, can we get that certificate from this? We need to have that certificate so that we can be moving, making progress. So when you went to SCPB, you told them that you have a product that you are selling for and on behalf of African diatomite, or
yes.
did you tell them that this is your product?
I told them I was working with African diatomite.
Working with African diatomite?
Yes, yes.
And then you wanted to sell the product through them?
Yes.
What we have is an agreement, not a certificate. Where is the certificate that you are using to market this product in Kenya, which belonged to the African diatomite?
There's a certificate there written 51, and then African diatomite. There is.
Do you have a copy that
yes.
probably you can give to us?
Yes, there's a copy.
Can I see that copy? Now, so when did you start selling this product through the NCPB?
The contract was done on end of March 2022.
End of March 2022?
Yes.
The contract between you and NCPB?
Yes, the agency contract.
End of March 2022?
Yeah, it was 31st March 2022.
And when did you give them the first product?
Barely after the contract, maybe a week after that.
So by April you are already busy in business?
Yes.
Can you confirm that by April you are in business?
We could say around May. I still remember around May or June, around there. I can remember because it took like 2 months for us to prepare.
And you are already in contract with these fellows?
Yes, because I didn't start straight away.
I would like to refer you to your distribution agreement.
Sure.
And I want to read the first part of it.
Yes.
Agreement made as of the first day of November 2022.
Yes.
By and between the African diatomite industries having its business address at wherever, Gilgil.
Sure.
And SBL Innovate Manufacturers having its principal place of business at not given. Do you note the date of this agreement?
Yes, I did.
It is when?
It was on November because why we had the agreement.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Do you know the date of the agreement?
Yes, I do.
Did you tell this committee that you already had an agreement before you could sell any product? Can you answer me?
Yes, I can.
So you lied to the committee on oath?
No, I didn't lie to the committee. What happened was I had a contract, but it wasn't signed. It was signed by then.
Mr. Kariuki, Did you come to joke with us here? Are you joking with us or are you serious? No wonder you have carried these ladies and gentlemen who could be doing their work. Are you telling us that you are lying before the cameras, Mr. Kariuki?
I'm not lying before the camera.
How can we believe you on anything else? If your contract says you started selling this product about 8 months before you got a contract with African Diatomite.
What the contract says there.
Do we have any obligation to listen to you? Are we obliged to listen to you? Because you're proving to be a liar right from the beginning.
Chair, I think you should give me time to clarify whatever you're saying, because you're not giving me time to clarify anything now.
I will not give you time to clarify, because that is where you should have started. By saying you had issues with the contract, you started selling without the contract, without the agreement, you negotiated for the agreement, but
Sure.
you did not land the product. You have said here you landed the product after you already have had a contract. So are you here to waste our time or to tell us the facts as they are? And we are not here to argue. I want you to confirm. Are you lying to us? Have you just lied to us?
I'm not lying to you. What I say, the contract wasn't signed that time, but we were still selling and we were doing demos with them, and I was paying them for that. I was doing that.
Mr. Kariuki, all that to us is immaterial. What is all material and substantial here is the fact that you have lied to the committee that you started selling this after you had a contract, and you approached NCPB with a contract. Can you hear that? You approached NCPB with a contract. What are you trying to tell us?
I think to explain what happened about the contract, Chair. I'm trying to explain whatever happened. And the contract there, it didn't mean I cannot sell it to NCPB, because I'm not the only person who have been selling Silka, and other people, they don't even have contracts. Why I got the contract was one thing. I got the contract because I wanted to get my own standardization, and that's why I got the contract. But before that, not only me, there are like 10 companies used to buy as normal, as distributors, and they never had any contract. So I wasn't the first person not to have a contract. Other people have been buying, and they are still buying without a contract.
Mr. Kariuki, we are not dealing with anybody else other than you. You are specifically and individually invited to this committee.
Sure.
Not anybody else that you may insinuate could be doing your kind of business, but it is you. We are dealing with your product that you passed through a government institution for that matter. It is in record that you have signed a signed contract with NCPB, which we have, on the 1st of March 2022. That we have. And it is in record that you are telling us that you signed that contract when you already had an agreement with Africa Diatomite. And it is a very simple fact. Haven't you lied, Mr. Kariuki?
I haven't lied. I'm telling the truth, and I'm trying to explain what's happening.
Do we really have any basis of listening to you anymore? That's a question.
You should listen to me, Chair, because I'm telling you what happened, and I'm telling you when I started business with them, we agreed I can be selling.
So you want us to continue to listening to more of your lies, is that correct?
I don't think I'm lying, and that's why I have the contract, and nobody else have brought any contract here. I'm the one
Mr. Kariuki, I will
who
repeat for the last time that we have not called anybody else. We have called Mr. Kariuki, who has been distributing diatomite through the National Cereals and Produce Board, who has a contract signed on the 31st of March 2022.
Yes.
And if Mr. Kariuki did not have a contract, listen, Mr. Kariuki did not have a contract from that time to 2023 January 25th, which means Mr. Kariuki was selling diatomite through NCPB without a mark of quality. You did not have a mark of quality for close to a year. You are selling this product. So tell us, how did you influence NCPB to accept your product? That's what we want to hear now.
I think, as I said, I was working with diatomite, and they allowed me. And as you can see on the bags, it said it was manufactured by diatomite. And how I got it, I told them I was working with diatomite, and they allowed me to use.
Maybe, Chair, just to Kariuki, you know, sometimes it's good to say the truth. And the truth will always set you free. You see, you said you approached NCBB.
Sure.
And you had a contract with NCBB on 20th of March, 31st of March 2022.
Sure.
And immediately you started selling the product. Secondly, what you said is that before you agreed with NCBB, you said is that before you agreed with NCBB,